I am like about to walk home. Just getting my car ready. Get my car ready, close my windows and stuff in my car, turn off my lights, taking my tape with me. And here am I gonna walk out of this car. Let's see, am I walking out? Gonna be going to. Oh, I got this tape. I found this tape on the street. It's like some staples. Put my jacket on, go for a nice little walk, baby. All right. There we are. New York City. Walking home. So here we have. This is pretty much gonna do a little walking and talking. Give you a little recap of the day. I said to do this without like giving you guys like too much whiplash or anything like that as I'm walking. Put my jacket on. Put my jacket on. Okay, so here it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, I just say thank you so much for watching my channel and for just kind of spending time with me as I do these things. Get my tape, jacket on, get my wallet. Oh goodness, no. Oh goodness. I just dropped the tape under the car. That's just great. Now, I gotta see where it is, which means I need to use a flashlight. Let me just make sure I have everything quick. Everything. Looks like I got everything. Alright, let's go home. Okay, so there's that. They get this tape under the car. There it is. Roll under the car. There it is. So here's got this tape. This is like a tape I found, so I'm going to use this to make some cool stuff with it. Make sure I lock the car. Always make sure you lock the car, because if you forget to lock the car, somebody will make sure that you remembered that they're forgotten that you will. Well, anyway, so here am I. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say a couple things. Today was a great day. Oh my goodness. All right, I started off with, if you've been following me, what happened the last couple of days, what happened was that I went to Saturday. Saturday we had the night. We got a chance to meet some cool people. We met Karen Parsons, who was known as Hillary Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and so it was really cool. Got a chance to meet her. She was a really cool lady. Not to mention that I got a chance to also meet some awesome artists as well. And in the process of meeting the awesome artists, I know it's pretty dark. I'm gonna get some light real soon, but I'm pretty much walking home, and it's nighttime. It's right around 1 o'clock in the morning in New York City. Okay, so here's some lights. Maybe I could put some lights on. Maybe I could. Let me see if I could just switch the light situation on. Is there a light situation? I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep talking. So I want to come to light here. Right now it's under the cool moonlight. You have the moonlight right there. Let's show you the moon. This is the moon. Wait, is that the moon? That's not the moon. That's the moon right there, ladies and gentlemen. And so I'm just kind of walking home. Okay, so let me give you a play-by-play. So what happened this weekend was I got a chance to set up my art shop, right? So all last week I was completing orders for people. So I got a chance to do, one was a axolotl, which I haven't shown you guys yet. Another one was a leopard gecko, which I haven't shown you guys yet, right? But I'm going to show you guys soon about that, because we went to the Bronx Zoo on last Wednesday, and it was really cool. Next thing was we did that. I took pictures of the Bronx Zoo with the axolotl and with the leopard gecko. That was really cool. Also made like I made a gecko. I made a gecko. No, it's a gremlin. I made a gremlin for a customer. So I made 3 sculptures last week, and then now this week I have 2 more sculptures that I'm going to be making. So, but I'll tell you, I'm going to wrap it up real quick how it goes. So last week I made a sculpture, and I said I wanted to make like alive. I did a sculpture I was making of Karen Parsons to give to her, and so when I got to the chance to give it to her, I wasn't able to give it to her because it wasn't completed. And if you know, like pretty much, from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she had a lot of different outfits, a lot of different outfits that she had that made it so, she had a lot to pick from. So I couldn't figure out which outfit to go with, and I couldn't figure out which one. Also, at that point, I didn't have much tape left. So, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. So I didn't have much tape left. And what ended up happening was that I had to kind of go ahead. Oh, this is a really cool car. This car here, this car's beautiful. Yes, it's a beautiful car. Anyway, so what happens is that I got a chance to, I didn't make that. So I said, let me go ahead and switch up and make something else. So I made a mask. I made a mask for her, and it was a mask of, because it's talking about celebrating the Juneteenth mask and stuff. So Juneteenth colors with the 3 colors, which is like the red, the yellow, and the green. So it's kind of like this on my wrist colors here. Can't really see it, I guess. The wrist colors I have these are kind of the colors of Juneteenth. Well, it's kind of the color of a lot of, actually 14 states, 14 countries that actually have the same colors. Like there's Ghana, there's there's Bolivia, there is Lithuania, there is, I think the Congo has it, a lot of different colors, right? So what happens is like, my thing was, as I'm just kind of like, I'm walking home now, and then pretty much I'm going to be home in another like 20 minutes or so because I have to park so far away. We've had this conversation before. But anyway, so what happens is this, right? As I'm walking, the situation is this. I got a chance to make a mask for her, and I got to give her the mask, and she was so happy for it. You can see her facial expressions on my Instagram. If you look at my Instagram, One Life Must Art, you'll see all her facial expressions and how happy she was for it. I was so happy just to give it to her because, she was kind of like a childhood crush for me, sort of. Well, I mean, not so much, but a little bit. I mean, I had other childhood crushes on superstars and movie stars and stuff, but she was one because she was like, she seemed like, she was so funny. She always cracked jokes. She made so much jokes, but anyway, so she's a funny actress, and she did a really good job, made us laugh. So when I got a chance to meet her in person, it was really cool because it was surreal because I only know her as the actress Hilary Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So when I actually got a chance to meet her, I had to kind of put it out of my mind and said, this is a real person with real, struggles in life and things like that. So I thought the greatest thing to do, kind of make her a mask and then get a reaction from that, which is a smile for me. And that made me feel really good. And just, she gets a mask. Anyway, so after that, I was, big bug. So what happens was after that was I got a chance to work on some more artwork. So we made a couple of cool sales. I met a cool guy, and he did he was making dragons. He's a duct tape guy, and so he made dragons and stuff like that. So he asked me what could I make for me, and I said, well, you can make a lizard or something. I like lizards, so he made a dragon for me, and I was like, that's so cool. Thank you so much for that, because the whole thing is and so I had reached into my bag of art. And I gave him one of the Chinese dragons I had, one of the long dragons that had antlers and stuff like that, and the foot and the long whiskers and stuff like that. So I made him that, and he was so happy too. So we became friends. So he's like a duct tape master, and I'm like the masking tape, spinner. So I don't know if I would call it masking tape spinning or masking tape contusionist or something, but for the most part, okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you. So what happens is the masking tape contusions. Well, let me show you this, the horrible bikes. Yeah, these are the bikes. I'm always protesting these bikes. These are city bikes, you know how it is. It's yeah, some people like them. I don't like them. I can't stand them. They take up parking spots. You see, I have to walk 40 million blocks. Why? Because these bikes take up my parking spot. This takes up 3 car parking spots. You see that? Just horrible. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So anyway, so that was one of the things that was really cool, to be able to make some art, and then we were able to make a couple of connections. So there, I made a connection for two sculpture requests for the week. So someone happens, since we can make anything in masking tape, what happens is that we're able to take a picture or concept and turn that picture or concept into a 3D reality. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to work on some of those 3D concepts. I have videos of making the masking tape leopard gecko and the masking tape axolotl, right, that I'm going to put onto my members channel. I want you guys, I'm going to put some, my members channel is something you can apply to. It's not that expensive. That will help us out tremendously. And also give us a thumbs up in the like in the chat, and just say, feel free to say anything. But for the most part, though, I have 2 sculptures are coming to make for a customer that I met at a Lewis Latimer house on Saturday, which was great. The next thing too is that, so we packed up our stuff, right, and we went home. We got our tent. We went back out to the park and did art in the park and set up our art gallery in the park. So it's been like a marathon, right, of us going from one to another. So we're in Friday preparation, Saturday at the Lewis Latimer house, and it was an awesome time. Okay, awesome time at the Lewis Latimer house. I'm totally I love these people. They have done me really well. They've done good for me and my family, and I really appreciate them. If you ever get a chance to go to visit Lewis Latimer house, definitely go and donate if you can. It's not an endorsement from them or a sponsorship from them, but it's an endorsement to them. So you can go and you encourage these people, because they have done wonderful things for me. They did a renovation of the Lewis Latimer house here in Queens, and if you get a chance to see that, it's about Lewis Latimer. If you don't know about him, he's actually one of the guys who helped enhance the light bulb. So he was one of the gentlemen. He's a black inventor, and what he did was that he helped Thomas Edison make the light bulb last longer, almost 15 times longer, with his carbon filament. He did a fixing of the carbon filament made it last longer, right? So that's really made a durable carbon filament last way longer, 15% longer, 15 times longer than the regular bulb he had before. So, what because one of those things it says about one head can't hold all the wisdom, right? So one head can't hold all the wisdom. So we have to we have to share knowledge with one another so we can become better. Someone said, if we all became better people, what a world it would be if we all chose to become better people and do things to enhance the lives of others, instead of like take away or try and just only be selfish. What ends up happening is that we actually go out there and we benefit the lives of so many people. So we went to the night market, got a chance to meet some of the same people. The guy I made a Godzilla for, he was so happy. He was so happy to see me again. He was like, hey man, this is so cool. It's so cool. And I was like, man, it's so cool to see you too. And so maybe we ran into each other like 4 times after that. After I made a Godzilla for him, he was so happy about that. So anyway, I think I did a live video there of when I was at the night market, and that was really cool. Next thing too is just pretty much just trying to make sense of everything too about like what's going to happen, because we made a bunch of sales there at the night market. It went really well, praise God. We sold a lot of creatures. I even sold my Grogu, and I sold my Grogu and my Stitch, the Stitch that I've had for me for a while, at 6'6" with the multiple arms. I was able to sell him, and that was something there. And so we got a bunch of sales in the works. So we made like a pretty good bit of money, praise God for that. And that was good because, whenever you can make money, you can pay your bills. And you don't have to worry about, it could be a lot of bills to do this week. Still have a lot of bills to do this week. And again, any help can help us. If you just help us with a little bit of help, that would be great. So please, thank you if you can. Okay, so then what happened was like Sunday, we were totally exhausted, totally drained. We had to put the money in the bank. So my wife and Amy and I went to go to the bank, and we put money in the bank, and then we were pretty much useless for the rest of the day. We couldn't lift my hand, couldn't lift my fingers, couldn't lift anything. Just couldn't get out of bed. But we had to tumble out of bed and go to the bank and put money in the bank, because it's very important that you did that. So we did that, and it was good, praise God. Anyway, so what ended up happening, was we had this scenario where it's like we had Sunday, then Monday we had a picnic. Right, so Monday we had a picnic. Monday was a homeschool picnic. I don't think I made a video for you then, but Monday was like one of those days where, okay, we're just completely drained and completely tired from everything, and here I just had to go to a picnic with the kids. So that was yesterday. Today is Tuesday. Well, now it's Wednesday, but Monday was like, it was such a good time, because what I did was I set up my table, right? And I'll show you some pictures of that on my Instagram. I haven't done that yet. But I'm going to set up some tables, and the kids came, and we had some clay that was donated to us from the Latimer house. And we used the clay to go ahead and make some cool structures. And I did some more sculpting with them. And let me see, did some cool sculpting with the kids, and did make some cool art. And it was such a good time. We were just sitting around making artwork, not worrying about nothing, just thanking God for life. You know what it is? One of those really good times. I thank God so much for this. So then, I drove home with my kids. We got like the church where we're at, they gave away like a ton of snacks, right? So we got like a whole windfall of snacks and tons of snacks. So because of that, it was actually really cool. Boxes and boxes of apple strudels and apple pies and ho-hos and things like that, and all kind of yummy food and flavors and stuff. So I was like, okay, so I was giving us some to the neighbors and giving us some, because we had so much to give over, so it was really good. So I gave a bunch here, a bunch there, a bunch here, a bunch here, and all the neighbors were able to get some. And then after that, we brought it to the house and then put it into our secret stack. That's our apocalypse survival stack. And you know what? When people think about apocalypse survival, they never ever think about all the yummy foods. But during the pandemic, right? You see that the food stuff, all the yummy foods and all the stuff that's not good for you to eat, people were still stocking up on that. As a matter of fact, people kept on buying chocolates, and they kept on buying candies, and all those things. And all these things, right? All these things, so that they kept on have happy comfort food, They talk about those things. So anyway, what ended up happening was we got a whole bunch of that. So we brought that home, and my wife was like, wow! She was like, wow! When she saw all that yummy food, because she just loves the snacks, and the snacks are great. Anyway, so what happens is that was great. And I got a reaction, pictures of her reaction for that, and that was great. Made my soul happy. And so, when you have a happy wife, you have a happy life, let me tell you. So anyway, so next one. So today today was a real brain buster because I was like, okay, today I definitely have to go drive roadie. And so as you can see, I haven't had any little roadie updates on roadie lately because I still haven't gotten from the roadie people the thing that I requested, which is my bridge money, right? I've told you this before. I haven't got my bridge money for traveling with a bridge. I haven't gotten the money that it took away $5 from when I was doing the art thing. When I completed all 12 orders. I didn't get one of it. So that's $5 they owe me for that. They owe me bridge money, which is like $12. I haven't given that to me yet. And so what ended up happening is that I've been kind of a little bit like kind of hesitant to take any roadie orders that takes me over bridges and have to pay any tolls for, because they're kind of jipping you if you think about it. If you go in a situation where you have to pay out of pocket, yes, for your car, for your gas, for your tires, for your insurance, for your coolant, for your antifreeze, which is coolant, your oil, your transmission fluid, all these things, repairs, upkeep, and making sure the car runs. Not to mention, we just had to pay our registration fee, which is no joke, my friends. Especially in New York, it's like I don't understand it. You own the car, I don't know why you keep having to pay for it every year. It's like property tax. When do you ever own your house? See, that's something that their founding fathers, they should have made a big deal about. They should have been like, you own the land that your house is on, you also own the house. But no, they make it so you always had to pay taxes to the stupid state. And I don't understand why, because we homeschool, we shouldn't have to pay taxes, because you pay taxes for the services there. But really, the services are not always being used. But that's another story for another day. For the most part, though, you have it where it's like, for the most part, how it works is that you're paying your money out of your pocket so you can drive this car. Whether you do any gig work with this DoorDash or any gig work, you're paying out of your pocket to drive this car. And they keep finding ways to take money from you. So anyway, so what happened was I didn't do roadie for much because they owe me money. And then pretty much until they pay me the money for traveling over a bridge, I'm not going to take any more bridge stuff because they keep not paying me for it, right? And I complained to customer service. I don't know what else to do. I might have to take it up to the next level, which is, actually might have to sue them or something. I don't know, because that's not good. You should really treat your workers well. Otherwise, your workers are going to stop and tell everybody not to do it too. I warn everybody else not to do it, because if you're going to go through a situation where you're going to work and you're not going to get paid for the work you do, then you stop working for them. That's how it is, right? And so pretty much they've been really good to me, but they've also given me a lot of stress. So anyway, so what happens is this. Today, I was contemplating whether or not I should drive for roadie, and I said to myself, man, I have got to figure out what I'm going to do to get some money. So I thought maybe I'd do a couple of gigs in the morning, and then I'd go to the art museum at nighttime. There's a thing where, so they have this thing called the Museum Mile, and here in New York City, so all the museums along Fifth Avenue were open, all the museums on Fifth Avenue were open this week. And so what ended up happening was that with the museum, they were like, you're allowed to go into the museum for free. You're allowed to go in the museum and be able to spend time just like, looking at cool stuff. And what ended up happening was, a couple of my friends were doing some body painting as well. So a lot of people on the street doing vendor arts and vendor work. So what happened to me was that I was like, okay, I got to figure this out. Maybe I can actually sell some of my artwork on the street, which is a really good idea if you think about it. So by the grace of God, I was able to go there and to set up my stuff. And my wife Amy came with me, so we were able to actually go there. And it was pretty good because what ended up happening was we set up our stuff, we presented ourselves, let people know that we are unique art and that people are able to see that. And then so we're able to set up. So that's like how many art things we've done in the last couple of weeks. The week before I was at the art gallery, and then this week I was at the Guggenheim. So today I just got done being at the Guggenheim with my wife and my friends, and my friends doing body painting as well. And we were able to kind of go there and see this beautiful art, and to see people be body painted, and to meet people on the street. So I'm going to be home soon. And so pretty much it's just one of those things where I am happy to have been part of such a cool event. And so it's like, so we were able to make some sales tonight, and that was good because when we did that, we were able to you pay some bills, because if you don't pay your bills, you end up having trouble. Like you don't have a cell phone anymore, you don't have a car anymore, you don't have, a place to live and things, you can't pay your utility bills, and you can't do those things. But for the most part though, just thank God that able to actually be able to do these things. And so with that, I got a chance to do my art and a chance to spend time with my wife, and we had a real good day today. And so pretty much what's going to happen is that I'm just in the process of just like I'm about to walk into my house, but it's like it's one of those things where it's a long day, and I'm glad to be part of it. So imagine that. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I know I have sculpture I got to make for the lady on Saturday who requested a sculpture, and then I got two more sculpture requests tonight. So I got to work on those. I have four sculpture requests, four commissions that I'm going to be working on to complete for people, and they're going to be really cool, really dynamic. So some of them I'm going to be able to show you, some of them I can't show you based on the content of how I have to go about doing it. It's like, certain things I can't show you, but certain things I can show you. And also, so my members channel. So if you want to see stuff that's uncut and just pretty much right for you, you have to check my members channel as well as my Patreon. So my Patreon account is something there you can actually look onto stuff and see. And my Patreon is not that expensive. It's only $5 a month. You can actually access my Patreon account, and you'll be able to, learn how to do some masking tape art. So I kind of keep my masking tape art out of view. I mean, you can see some stuff, you can see me doing things, but to really give the point training, you have to do that stuff with the masking tape classes that I have. If you're interested in any of my classes, I also have links. You can buy a class, so you could buy online stuff as well. So for the most part, though, I just want to thank you so much for that. Anyway, so I'm home now, and it took me 23 minutes to get home walking from where I parked my car. I'll let you know how far that is. Right, so the good news is that I don't have to move it tomorrow. The bad news is that it's so far away that if I did take a rodeo order tomorrow, which I might, by the way, it's going to be like, 13, 20 minutes for me to get to my car from where I am, which is terrible. Right, so like, my neighbors, they park weird. Everybody's parking this weird thing where nobody's parking fully in the spots. And back in the day, I know people would get their tires sliced and stuff for parking this way, but now people just park all kind of crooked, and people have multiple cars, which doesn't make any sense when you think about it. I mean, you can only drive one car at a time, right? But people are parking the cars all crazy, and I don't understand it anymore. But anyway, for the most part, though, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to me talk about the day. So I'll just give you a quick summary of my day. One is that I was able to do all these art things, and I'm happy for that. Two, I was able to spend time with my wife and my kids, because my whole family came with me on Saturday, and that was great. And then so today my wife and I went out, and then on Monday, I had my kids. My wife stayed home, so she wasn't feeling well, so she got a chance to stay home on Monday. And then so today she went with me, and the kids stayed home. So that's really cool, because my kids are old enough to stay home now. So I thank God for them. And so they're working on their projects, and I learned a whole new thing about making stickers. So I'm going to run with that and see how that goes. And for the most part, though, it's just one of those things where I'm just grateful. I'm really grateful for being able to be here and to be in this country, even though the politics are crazy, and I don't know what to expect with all these people in the puppet theater they just do. But for the most part, though, you keep doing what you do and make the world a better place. The Bible says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. If you make peace with people and encourage people to make peace with each other, then you're considered a peacemaker. And Jesus said, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. So if you can make peace with situations, you do that, okay? You go, because this world is full of war, but blessed are the peacemakers. If you don't have to go and fight, people can actually sit down. It says when war is, we are right. You know what war is. But if you want to just make peace and make sense of stuff, you have to sit down and talk. Because that's kind of, they say, somebody once said that to me. He said the reason why there's trouble in this world is because of lack of communication. If we just sat down and talked and understood each other, we would solve all the world's problems. Honestly, that's it. If we just sat down and talked with each other, we'd solve all the world's problems. So God bless you. I just want to leave that with you as a thought. I want to say peace. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Have a good night. Please leave me a thumbs up. Let people see this, that you watch this. Let people know that I'm a real person here living in New York City, trying to make sense of stuff and doing a different kind of way to make money for my family, which is through art and through art creation. So God bless you. Have a nice day. I wish you all the best. Peace.